How many of you attempted 2024? What did you learn after attempting in 2024? What should be the right strategy? Now, I'll be dealing with different people because you are in different stages of preparation. But in general, what could be the best thing to do? It is not about me or somebody who cracked prelims with ease. It is all about I don't want to waste much of your time. Quickly, how many of you attempted 2024? Failed. 8, 9. Okay. Roughly there are 10. First attempt, right? Is that your first attempt in 2024? Okay. What are your learnings? Ante endana? What did you learn after attempting in 2024? Eventually you could not clear prelims. There might be some reasons. What are those reasons exactly? If you know them, you are on the path of success. If you are yet to figure them out, then something is really wrong with you. Let us decode one by one. What is the first challenge observed? Ignored PYQs, right? How many times I asked you to focus on this? Did I? Good. You did not listen. I like your bold answer. Second reason. Did not practice. Very good. Then, that's it. Inadequate preparation. Why? Option was not finished on time. Okay. What was the next point? What else? Ante? Extracurricular activities. Okay. Good that you admitted the fact. Now, what is the solution for this? Don't do those things which you have done already. What else could be the reason? Overconfidence. Generally, people do ruin their exam because of low confidence and lot of stress. This is very type. Okay. Overconfidence and in some low confidence. Right. Just now I was talking to my colleague and he asked me, "Em class sir ippudu ani." I said something regarding strategy to UPSC 2025, how to prepare in general and economy in particular. I asked him just like that. Em cheppali veelki ippudu ani. Then he said, "How you cleared so many times?" I said so and so. Then he advised me, "Raskondani." I am not exaggerating. Just now in my cabin, I sat and I have written, though my writing is ugly, just look at it. I have written what all I did. As a result, I cleared prelims with ease and appeared interview thrice. And having said this, anybody can do this. It is not about me or somebody who cracked prelims with ease. It is all about getting your basics right. Okay, now, since you are bold enough to identify these challenges, what should be the right strategy? Now, I'll be dealing with different people because you are in different stages of preparation. But in general, what could be the best thing to do? Since we are into December month, right? Start your preparation early. This is the first thing to do. What do you mean by starting preparation early? Some people are in dilemma. Like what? Let us go to Sankranti holidays, be part of that Kodi Pandalu. that cockfights, and then eat nice naughty chicken biryani, then come home around Republic Day, then start fresh on Feb first week. Eventually, second week will be break because you got important thing to do on Feb 14th. Don't do that. Start as early as possible. Now, ideally, December 15th. For who this December 15th is the right time? One, those who attempted, failed, and completed preparation for mains. What do you mean by this? Say, Shreya attempted prelims. In which month results were out? July or June? July. How many months? July, August, September, October. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 months. Generally, we advise to students when they fail in their prelims and then come to us for some mentorship, etc. We ask them to focus on mains preparation. Each month, one GS paper, and parallelly optional. So whoever is comfortable with mains preparation, that means you are done with your optional subject and then 4 GS papers, you are all set to go. And trust me, if you have done this diligently, this time you will get more than 20 marks in prelims above cutoff. Why? Your mains preparation was absolutely according to the schedules. Preparing for mains is a sure shot for success in prelims. This may not be sound logical to you, but yes, this is my experience. The moment you start preparing for mains, what do you get to do? You get conceptual clarity. The moment you get conceptual clarity and then you start revising, in the exam you would recollect better. Once you got conceptual clarity, you can apply the concept in a given statement in the prelims and you can easily identify whether it is right or wrong statement. That means again here, this is very, very important. And at what stage you get this conceptual clarity? Conceptual clarity to me is always subject knowledge. This is key for mains as well as prelims. And since those who attempted in 2024 June, in 5 months, I hope you got this. From here onwards, you just have to widen it. How? I'll explain. So what is the advantage of early preparation? What if somebody starts early? You get more time to revise, you get more tests to practice. As a result, you consolidate your knowledge and you widen your knowledge. Second thing, this is very, very important, which you are not supposed to miss. Focus on PYQs according to the module or subject you are studying. Say today I started geography. Now from 2013 till 2024, how many questions? Say for example, on an average 15. How many topics are there in geography? Something regarding geomorphology, climatology, environmental geography, biogeography, oceanography. How many questions are being asked? And then how many questions are asked on economic geography? That means your minerals, soils, etc. And how many questions were asked on human geography, settlement patterns? Now once I check last 12-13 years PYQs, I understand In geography, how questions are asked by examiner. Very simple thing. The moment I understand how questions are asked, how should I prepare here? Just blindly read whatever that comes to your hand? No. Your preparation should follow the direction of PYQs. And third important thing, practice tests. One fundamental flaw I observed among students last year. ఎప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ చేశారు టెస్టులు చేయటం? We had an interesting discussion in my cabin. గుర్తుందా మీకు ఏమన్నా? I asked you to practice tests as and when you are done with a module. Did I say that? You are done with economy, start practicing PYQs in economy. But what you said, నాకు బాగా గుర్తుంది. You said, let me complete. ఆగు నువ్వు కొంచెం. Let me complete what? All the prep. Trust me, this word doesn't exist in competitive exams. I got more than 20-30 marks every time I attempted prelims. Yet I know what exactly are those areas which I don't know and which I did not prepare at all. Me qualifying the exam doesn't mean I know everything regarding prelim syllabus. I hope you understand this statement. Even topper has got several drawbacks which they don't share with you. I cleared prelims. Cutoff is around 105. I got 135. Does it mean that I know everything in prelim syllabus? Every damn current affairs in that 1.5 year? No. But relatively, whatever questions were asked, I was able to do them comfortably in comparison to others in the examination. That's it. Relative performance. Now, what should I do here? Don't wait till everything is completed. Fundamental flaw in your preparation. And trust me, if you do that, you'll fail. It is sure shot for failure, not for success. That means you are reading polity. Once it is over, solve PYQs. You are reading economy. Once it is over, solve PYQs. And in this case, very important fourth point is take and retake strategy as far as tests and PYQs are concerned. What do you mean by take and retake strategy? I say this many times. In one of the tests or PYQs, there is a question that if inflation is increasing, impact on the economy. In that year, it says RBI will reduce repo rate, or marginal standing facility is increased, or standing deposit facility is decreased, or in terms of public finance, government will reduce its spending. Only 4 statements were given, right? You know 2 statements, but you don't know the other 2. And this is a PYQ. Now, when you are attempting PYQ after reading economy module, you got it wrong. No worries. Then, whatever is your source here, since you got this question wrong from inflation chapter, go to your standard source, revise. How should you revise? 360 degrees revision. What do you mean by 360 degrees revision? Reading everything regarding inflation. How inflation and external sector are related. How inflation and rupee appreciation or rupee depreciation are related. What happens to your imports, exports? What happens to your FDI and FII? That is called as 360-degree coverage of a topic, a dimension. Now, imagine In this process, you learned more about inflation. After 3 days, again, solve the same PYQs set. Why? To consolidate your preparation, you do a test today. Don't mark answers on that question paper. Whatever questions you got wrong, check the key, go back to the source of that question which you made it wrong, you marked it wrong. Learn the topic comprehensively. Again, attempt the same paper. Why? It will consolidate your preparation regarding that particular topic. Any question from that topic in any dimension in the exam, will you get it wrong or right? It will be damn right. Why? That is how you worked around the topic, because you got it wrong in the first instance. So retake is very, very important, and most of the students don't do this. Why? You don't have patience. Why you don't have patience? You want to do more, as if a dil mange more. Why you want to do more? More tests, more chances. No. More tests are important, but not 50, 60, 100 tests. 30 is good enough. Revise those test papers, because I say this most frequently. Test series is a learning process. Now, when I say test series is a learning process, in the same point, make notes out of test series. Very important. What do you mean by make note out of test series? Say, for example, you are reading President in Lakshmikant, and then you studied Adnan sir notes. But still, a statement was not covered in either of the sources. Don't feel sad. What did I say? Test series is about learning curve, learning process. You learn a new thing regarding President. Then what do? Whatever content, there are 3 points which you are not aware of. Add these points in your class notes. Adnan sir's polity class note or in Lakshmikant. Test series is a learning process. Only then it is evaluation process. Exam is on May 25th. Till 24th May, you learn things. Learning doesn't come to end till you go and sit in the exam. Right? 7th, very important point here. Plan revisions. How many? 3 revisions. When I discuss about the planner, I'll give you more detailed understanding on this. But for the time being, you are not supposed to ignore revision. Did you revise? Just imagine, had you got 2 revisions, you would have attempted mains this year, right? Adi ardhamaindi kada. Revisions are very, very important. Without revisions, don't expect success, whether it is prelims, mains, whatever it is. How should we revise? And surprisingly, there is a very bad pattern of reading content or reading your modules or subjects. First reading is not first revision. This is a time where there is a very positive progression. From what? In first reading, you have to progress from knowing to understanding things. What do you mean by this? You attend class, though you don't pay attention, though you don't write class notes, though you don't take Sunday exams. If somebody is speaking regarding amendment to the constitution, emergency, this, that, etc., you understand that it is regarding polity, right? That is called knowing. Will that be sufficient for you to crack the exam in UPSC? What is required? So naturally, it takes more time for you. First reading takes more time for you. Then first revision. After first reading, second revision. Finally, third revision. With 3 revisions of all the 7 important modules, trust me, prelims would be a cakewalk. Easily you qualify prelims only if you spend 3 revisions. Is it possible now? Time is so little, right? It is possible. It is possible. Now, how you are supposed to plan, I'll explain within no time. And 8th point is, anybody who got good score in GS and failed in CSAT? No one. I got a student. She got 103 and she got 55 in CSAT. That means focus on CSAT simultaneously. How? Best thing is every Sunday. Sunday is fun day. Make fun with CSAT. How? Start from 2024, go backwards. 2024 till 2013, you attempt UPSC question paper. And what are you supposed to focus here? 2 things. One, how many questions attempted? Initially, it will be very less. That means increase your speed. Then increase your accuracy. Now here, identify weak areas. If you are very good in English, consolidate it and then focus on quant. If you are very good in quant, focus on reasoning, then come to English. So by the end of 4, 5, 6 papers, you practicing on every Sunday or Saturday, speed should reach up to attempting 70 questions and reading 80 questions. If you don't attempt 70 questions, even then it is fine, but you are supposed to read 80 questions in the paper. Why? I observed this. One of my friends used to do this thing in the exam. She used to read from first question to last question. As a result, in CSAT, due to lack of time, she could not read more than 20-25 questions. The moment she comes out, and like you people, we used to discuss question paper because the exam is over, not after GS paper 1 but after CSAT. When she is going through the remaining questions, she used to say, oh God, shit, I know this question, this is easy. That means if you don't read the entire question paper, there will be some questions which by looking at it, you can mark the answer. Imagine you are not reading the question paper and you are done with your exam. That means something is seriously wrong in your preparation. You're supposed to read every question given in the question paper because 80th question might be very easy. It is a no-brainer question. It might be a no-brainer question. That means increase speed and accuracy, focus on CSAT. Next, 9th point. Maintain high confidence level, not overconfidence like he suggested. Maintain high confidence. How do you maintain high confidence? Very simple trick to ensure this. How do you maintain high confidence levels generally? Not fake confidence, high confidence, which is genuine confidence. When you will be very confident? When you know about the subject. Say for example, you are too good in history. If I start asking history questions, would you be worried inside or very happy? You would be wanting me to ask you those questions. Why? Because behind that confidence, there is some hard work involved. Now, how to maintain high confidence since day 1 of your preparation? First thing is proper schedule. And in this proper schedule, initially it should be very doable. That means easy targets. Say you started with a polity. First day, You are not supposed to keep the target of your schedule or preparation as finishing off union government, state government, judiciary, local government, constitutional bodies. When your target is so extravagant, would you be able to finish it off? Obviously, it would end up as a disaster. So you sat around 8 o'clock in a study chair and you had this unmanageable target, which is unscientific, irrational, illogical. Then by afternoon 1 p.m. what happens? It is already a disaster. Why? You started giving up. Idu manna valla kaade. And then what do? Then frustration creeps into your mind. Then you order biryani. After eating belly full biryani, you sleep like a snoring dog. A day got ruined. Right? Imagine target is fundamental rights. Half of the topic was done by lunchtime. Remaining half within that 25% by tea time and remaining by dinner time. It is doable, right? Then what kind of feeling it generates inside your mind? It will release dopamine in your brain. Dopamine is a feel-good hormone. Feel-good hormone is released when you achieve what you desired for. Say you want to eat Sitafal ice cream in creamstone, but you don't want to. Somehow your friend ordered for it. By looking at it, what kind of feeling it generates in your mind? Though you got a watery mouth, that's a different story. Aren't you happy? Then what happens? You sleep very peacefully. When you achieve the target, it releases happy hormones and you sleep very peacefully. And with good sleep, day 2, you wake up with a lot of energy and enthusiasm. If day 1 ended in a disastrous failure, you did not finish off even 10% of your targeted syllabus, then how do you wake up on day 2? I hope you are able to understand the context. And those who do such things in a different way, they sacrifice sleep and extend day 1 preparation till next day. And just for their fake satisfaction, they say, I've done with this syllabus. Is that productive? You read, but how much you recollect? Is that right way of preparing? Absolutely wrong way of preparing. Therefore, how do you maintain high confidence? Focus on your schedule. If your schedule is very practical, very scientific, very logical, then it will give you high confidence. How? As I said, for 5 days, you have accomplished whatever targets you made in your schedule. What will be your confidence level? Obviously, it will be very high. Within 5 days, 4 days, you fail to accomplish the schedule. What will be confidence levels? Low confidence. And then you start procrastinating things. So, after maintaining high confidence, last point is avoid procrastination. How do you avoid procrastination? I have one typical phenomena. I used to do this and I used to delay things most of the times. I look at wall clock or watch. It is 7:05. If I want to prepare now, after looking at my watch, I would say to myself that 7:05 7:30. How many of you have this syndrome? Be honest with yourself. See, everybody. Then, what should I do for this 25 minutes? Or iPad. Then, start a video, do something which is very interesting, and by the time you realize, looking at the watch, it is 7:40. Chalo, 8. You'd experience this? What is the solution for this kind of procrastination? I did that. As a result, I failed in my first prelims. How do you overcome this? How do you break this jinx? Etla break jaldi ee pattern. How do you do things by not procrastinating? That is a challenge, right? Don't use gadgets. Are atla? How come? This has become part of your body, physically, mentally, psychologically, socially. Now the question is, to avoid procrastination, the best way is check your screen time. As simple as that. More screen time means less chance of qualifying prelims. Recollect the consequence. When your friend got qualified and you failed utterly in prelims, how would you take that situation? If it gives you a lot of happiness because your friend got qualified, you did not, then you do whatever you want to. The moment you recollect the fact that because of you not getting up and sitting in the study chair and start reading or preparing, think about the consequence on May 25th that your friend is coming home or coming to your room hostel very happily, and you are coming to your hostel with a disastrous face, ruining the hopes of your life, your parents' hard-earned money, and the everything that is associated with the so-called success of this exam. Imagine with each attempt went wrong, you are behind by thousands of aspirants. You know this fact? Now, so how to avoid procrastination? Check screen time and think about the negative consequence that you being failed and your friend getting qualified. And then last year in 2024, some students have attempted mains, right? Some have been to interview, some have been into service. They will again appear in 2025. I got IRS. I don't want to join IRS. What do? I aim for IAS. Again, I attempt exam. Now, whom you are competing with? You are amateur layman or yet to make your debut in UPSC, right? And who is your competitor? That fellow who qualified prelims, mains, interview, got service behind him. Compare your confidence levels and their confidence levels. They don't prepare the way you do, but yet they get more marks in prelims. Why? Their confidence level is super high. Why? Because they cracked the code that is essential to qualify prelims. But it's already story. And they play the game very safely with a lot of ease. Look at the first timers when they go to examination hall. Lot of stress, lot of hurry, and you sacrifice breakfast also. Why? In that 15 minutes you can read one chapter. Absolute stupidity, my friends. All those consequences can be avoided if you start planning properly right from now. There is a quote which I don't remember exactly, but I'll quote it. The more you sweat during practice, the less you bleed in the battle. I share my thing in my first attempt within 2 minutes. I gave my first attempt after taking coaching in the so-called institute. It was disastrous. I attempted exam not knowing what is inflation. Can you imagine that? What kind of a dumbass would do that? Me. So I got to a conclusion that I am not going to clear this attempt. In the examination, that too, at that time we got optional prelims exam and GS prelims exam. It was in GS prelims exam. I did my optional well. I started making plan for next attempt on the question paper in the examination hall. Who would do that? Again me. బుద్ధునోడు ఎవడైనా ఎగ్జామ్ రాయకుండా నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ ప్రిలిమ్స్కి ఏం చేయాలి అప్పుడు ప్లాన్ చేస్తాడని నేను చేశా. యు నో వై? ఐ గేవ్ అప్. Don't give up. You know why? You need to play till the last ball is bowled. You need to be in the race till you're done with the last question. Till the time is over, try to think about any question regarding the kind of subject, the kind of things you read, you heard anywhere. Try to pressure your mind and try to recollect information from your subconscious mind. Should never give up in the exam. I did that. I hope you are not as dumb as me when I was in your age. But what happened? I learned from my mistakes. Then from second attempt till I'm done, I never looked back as far as prelims are concerned. Why? I got my basics right because I followed this strategy. Whatever 10 steps I told you, those are the things I have done in my preparation days. Now the question is, very basic question. Students come to me, గుర్తుంటలేదు సార్ చదివింది. They ask this. What should I say? I am not Venu Swami, so that I can recommend you some puja or that. Puja ante ammayi kaadu. Very. How to read? Remember this. It is individual specific, but I try to give you a very general strategy regarding how to read very effectively. It is almost like a reading technique. It depends first thing on your ability. Say for example, if you are from medical background, you can have a different strategy because you got one very good habit of sitting for long hours. For engineers, I know rarely we can't sit for 1 hour at one place. I know. So plan accordingly, according to your ability to sit for long hours. And when you sit for long hours, you should continue with the same kind of focus and mindset. Today, any topic, read 10 pages. Tomorrow, before you start from page number 11 to 20, for 20 minutes, revise these 10 pages. Do this exercise. Atla gaakunda. Say, I got Lakshmikant. Page 1 to 500, I read once. Then I read economy. Then I read geography. Only once. First page to last page. Again, after 3 months, I started Lakshmikant and I'm calling it as revision. Can you call this as revision? No, that is not revision. That is absolute stupidity. First reading is a time when you learn. How do you learn? Check yourself. After reading 3 chapters, practice PYQs. And in PYQs, what should be the strike rate? Don't be greedy and don't try for 90%, 100% accuracy. That is not going to happen. Strike rate, if it is 70, you are very good. Out of 10 questions attempted, you got 7 wrong, 7 right and 3 wrong. Very good score. Now the focus is why these 3 questions were wrong. Again, work accordingly. Okay, now. So, when you read, revise. This is about first reading. Okay. Once it is over, start first revision, then second revision. That would consolidate subject here in your minds. And most of the times, students complain that you marked questions which you are very well aware of wrongly. Why? బాగా తెలిసిన క్వశ్చన్ పోయింది, ఎగిరింది. ఎందుకు? Why? Revision లేకపోవటం. Now, there are 3 types of questions. Known questions, unknown questions, known, unknown questions. Now the question is familiar to you. You know this, but you got it wrong. What could be the reason? That means you did not read. Lakshmikantlo undi, కానీ నువ్వు చదవలా, పోయింది క్వశ్చన్. That means your reading technique is bad. What should you do? Read thoroughly. Unknown question. Why unknown question? First reason is it is not explained by faculty. మీ సార్ చెప్పలా, so blame everything on him. Second, the source you are reading did not mention it. Now, if this is the reason, you read Lakshmikant thoroughly, but there was a statement in the exam which was not in Lakshmikant. Therefore, what you should do? Make note of it. Now add this to your Lakshmikant, add this to your Adnan sir notes, or add this to your economy faculty notes, whatever it is. If it is not explained by faculty, what you're supposed to do? Mostly they are available. Go and talk to them. That is what we are here for. Okay. If your source do not have comprehensive coverage of questions, change the source. Or if it is standard source yet information is not given, add that information to the standard source. Known unknown. తెలిసి తెలియదు. ఎందుకు తెలియదు? రివైజ్ చేయలేదు. You thought of A or C and you marked it A, but answer is C. How many times you were in this state when you attempted weekly test? Many times. Why this confusion? Because lack of revision. So these are the reasons how you make mistakes in the exam and why you get wrong questions or wrong answers. What is the first thing? You did not read properly, therefore read it properly. Or the source you have selected do not have comprehensive coverage of the syllabus. Third, you did not revise. Fourth, in no ne potadi. Why? You read, you revised, but yet you marked it wrong. Why? Two reasons. One, you overlooked the statement. UPSC very carefully mentions not correct. ఇది కనపడదు, some reason ఇదే కనిపిస్తుంది. And you think, how could UPSC give such stupid questions? ఇది easy peasy. And then by the time you come out of exam hall, you start crying. Why? With 1 mark, people have lost their attempts, lost their journey in UPSC, ended their journey in UPSC. I missed interview in my first mains by 1 mark. It happens. So you're not supposed to take that chance. That means, why known questions are marked wrongly? Somewhere you are not applying the conceptual knowledge. That means you understood the concept, you read it, you revised it, yet you did not interpret the question according to the knowledge gained in a given concept. How do you overcome this? The only solution for this application part is practice more tests. That practice will ensure that your application of conceptual clarity is up to mark. Okay. Now, apart from these things, what else could be done?